Good evening, friends. I hope you are having a good Sunday. And I wanted to do a strategy video because I think in the last video we have spoken about tomorrow. And in the market, if you combine two things, they generally become more powerful. So let's try to combine a couple of things and see how well they work. First, please click on like, subscribe, and share. Like if you find the video good, subscribe so that you get further notifications, and share. This is the holiday season, a season for sharing. Now, first of all, for those who are still not aware, we have launched our flagship product, which is the Platinum button, and that includes live streaming, charts, calls, Q&A, price action discussion, market discussion. Basically, that has me trying to broadcast 9 to 3:30. So for as long as the market is around, I would be there uh, with you. And there'll be times when we have trades on, there'll be times when we are waiting for our setups, but I will be with you 6 hours and 30 minutes as long as the markets run. The service is for 7,999 per month, and it is joined to the YouTube system, the YouTube join system. There are other buttons, diamond, gold, silver, copper, and they have their own benefits which you people can go through and see what suits you. And also we have a recorded webinar of which we are giving 10 uh, 10 off over the next 10 days. There is a contest which is going to be on every morning for the next 10 days, and by 11:30 you need to fill out a Google form and give us your answer about where you think the Nifty will close. So the people who are able to guess the closest to the closing price by about 4:35, they will be getting, one winner will be getting the recorded webinar free for 1 week. So for questions, WhatsApp 98710 66337 or email Ashwani underscore Gujral at yahoo.com. That is ASHWANI underscore GUJRAL at yahoo.com. Thanks for bearing with me. And that was a longish ad. Let's go back to our strategy and first understand what I want to say. Okay, now this is the whiteboard. In this strategy, we are using basic market tendencies. So first we open the hourly chart, where each bar is 60 minutes. And there will be two sorts of conditions. Either the market is in a range, or the market is in any sort of trending mode. So first we identify which of these modes is the market in. Okay. For example, we identified the market is ranging. So in this case, what we are looking for is that the market does its range and starts to see a build up at the at one of the ends of the range. It could be downside, it could be upside, depending on the trend. Now, when a market does this on an hourly chart, on a 5-minute chart, generally it would be hugging the 200 with a narrow range. Okay. Now the idea is if a market breaks out on the hourly, obviously on the 5-minute, it is going to have a fairly ballistic move. So once these two setups match and anything I say applies on the downside also, basically this does well on an intraday basis, on a BPST basis. So on all kinds of parameters, I think this kind of strategy works. This is one. Number two, say the market is in a range and then it breaks out and it is already in a expansion mode and the hourly starts to move sideways. Now when the hourly moves sideways, obviously the 200 on the 5-minute will give you this kind of action hugging the 200. And again, as the market has a fresh breakout from this zone, you will have the 5-minute also breaking out towards fresh intraday highs and maybe even for a stronger move that continues into the next day as well. So these are the two setups you can have where you get into expansions. Now, some people would say that they would like to buy support, sell resistance, buy support, sell resistance, and I have no problem with that. But even in that case, if your hourly range is there, you will get bigger bang for your buck trying to trade this range. But right now, the topic of this video is trying to play range expansion and not the range bound scenario, because range expansion tends to give you larger moves. Okay, now let's go and see what sort of examples you could have with this. So let's start with our Nifty chart. This is the hourly chart on the Nifty. Okay. Let's try to pick out a period where the market was sideways. Now you can see here we had a sideways period, I think somewhere here also. This is about 12,000. $550, and on the upper end you had basically this 13,000 band, and we did up and down, and as you can see here, somewhere here the build up started to happen. So immediately on the lower time frame, this date was 1st of December. So let's go and see what happened on the 1st of December. This is the third, second, and you have the first. Okay, so this is 1st of December, and as you can see, the market was in a narrow range and started to hug the 5 minute, and it broke out and it went up and it went up and it went up. Okay, so this is your first example. Back to our hourly chart. Now I would like to give you one example of where the market has broken out and we do a small sideways type session on the hourly within an uptrend. Let's see what happens here. Now here we have broken out and you have these 2 hour type corrections. This is 4th of December. Again, let's go back and see what happened on the 4th of December. Okay, so on the 4th of December, the market corrected and came very close to the 200. So immediately you had the option of re-entry into this trend because the hourly you were moving up. It sounds tedious, but the point is that just randomly buying into range expansion on 5 minute, this ups the game on that strategy. So A, go to hourly, see if the market is ranging and look for a build up at the edge of the range. Then come down to the lower time frame and on the lower time frame on the 5 minute near the 200, try to trade the range expansion. See, without making this video too long, let me do an individual stock. This applies to all stocks and all instruments, etc., etc. So there is nothing to worry on that count because what we are doing is trying to get a bit of trend. Now this is TCS. Okay. Now, as you can see here, TCS is in a ranging situation on the hourly. Okay, you have your points and somewhere here there is a bit of a build up. Now this date is I think about 6th of December. So on the 6th of December, Need to go to the 5 minute. Okay. This is 6th of December, the 5 minute. Okay. No, 4th of December, which was the date previous to the 7th December day. And as you can see, on 7th December, the price was hugging 200. On the hourly time frame, you were beginning to, get an expansion. And on 8th of December, this is the kind of move you got. Okay. So what I am trying to do is I am trying to add a trend dimension to your range expansion strategy. I think these two examples would really clarify what is the setup, how it works, and if you are tracking 10 stocks, it will happen in at least two or three. It works on the indices, it works on stocks. So I think this is a very good strategy for people who want to be snipers and who want to act at the right time. I think this should be extremely beneficial. If you like the video, press like, subscribe, share, etc. and have a great rest of the Sunday which is left. And we'll see you tomorrow. Again, most welcome to our new Platinum members. And we'll be doing live streaming from tomorrow. Take care, trade well, and all the best. Please consult your financial advisor.